I took 3 flights recently. Each of them went across the Atlantic Ocean.
Brag about it.
And
Jesus.
and I got hit every single time by a new. Sorry,
Burnie grabbed the mic arm and
Why?
swung it into Gavin's face.
All right, I won't tell the story.
Imagine it was his cover.
You were
The timing of the pause with you looking at it, it was great.
you were a jet setter flying across the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, so the first flight, I get on the plane. I'm in the window. I'm in the aisle, and there's a woman in the window. She makes me get up after we've sat down to, like, fiddle with our bags. I'm like, all right.
Give it a fiddle.
Could have done that earlier, but whatever. Then, this is still before everyone's boarded. She gets up again and moves to a different seat as people are still boarding.
Oh,
So I was like, is this not your seat then? I didn't say it. I was just like, weird.
Also, people are still boarding,
Yeah.
so how does she know that seat's
Then
empty?
the people whose seat it is come along and they're like, you're in my seat. And she's like, oh, well, it didn't look very busy. And so I just took this seat. And they were like, well, that's our seat. And the flight was full, by the way. Every single seat on the flight was taken.
which is very common these days.
Yeah.
Most flights are full.
So she made me get up again. So I've got up 4 times for this woman. Like once for her getting in the seat, then getting out, then getting out, then getting in again.
Do you
Annoying.
prefer being on the aisle or in the middle or the window?
Middle.
It depends. Window for an overnight flight. Aisle for a not.
Right, because you put your head on the wall and sleep?
Yeah.
That's
Second flight, right? Second flight. It was a flight to Germany. I get in. I'm in the aisle on the side. International flight. There's like a side bit.
You were not sitting with the rest of the achievement hunters. Why? Because you booked separately?
No, I just don't like flying with people.
Good call.
Please tell me it was the same woman next to you.
No.
Oh, damn it.
I get on.
The German version.
The window seat's empty, so I know I'm gonna have to get up at some point. The biggest, fattest German dude makes me get up. He sits there, pulls the armrest up.
Oh, no.
and then
because he needs
when
to
I
fit.
Yeah, when I sit down, he's spilling like almost halfway into my seat, and puts his leg in my footwell. And I'm
No
like this,
way.
and I'm like, I can't sit on a 9-hour flight next to this.
Yeah.
Then I was gonna text Jeff something to like look out for him. He saw me using my phone. He was like, "Let me call my wife on that."
What?
And I was
What?
like, "Are you crazy?"
Let me call my
yeah,
wife
he's like,
on that.
"I need to call my wife." You let me call my wife?
I like he says on that. Like he's
Yeah.
never seen a
He's
cell
like,
phone.
"This a
Oh,
phone?
I'm familiar with those.
I need to call my wife. And I was like, I mean, it's not. It's an English phone.
Unless you're calling her to pick
Yeah.
you up from this flight
And
right
he was like,
now.
he was like, "Don't worry, it's not long distance." I was like, "What does that mean?"
How does
Like,
she know where
you
you're...
don't know where my phone's registered to. I'm
Yeah.
English on an American flight to Germany. You don't know where I'm from.
Also,
well, maybe
like-
she was in his stomach, so it's not that far away. He ate her just before the flight.
He needs to call an ambulance.
that was. The
Did you
second
let
flight.
him use your
That's
phone?
it's the worst.
No, I didn't, and I lied to him, and I said it wouldn't work, and then I moved seats because the flight wasn't that full. I moved to a middle seat in 5. Like that was more preferable than being on the aisle on an
Wow.
international flight.
I actually fucked up on a flight. I felt really self-conscious and embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
Because normally I pride myself on being like a very conscientious flyer. I'm very aware of other people. And
Gus is so laid back. I feel like I
Like
should
what
be
I'm
laid
doing?
back. I'm just gonna lay back on the couch too.
so I
It's
got
not
on a
big.
plane. I got on a small plane, one that had one seat on one side and 2 on the other.
Crazy 2 seats.
And my seat was C, so I assumed it was the window. I sat in the window, and the dude comes up. He's like, "Oh, I think you're in my seat."
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "No, this is C." He goes, "No, you would think that, but that's actually D. You're in the aisle." I was like, "Oh."
You messed up.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm
Gus
really
messed
sorry."
up on a flight.
Yeah, I was like, I
That's unheard
felt
of.
terrible. Like at a
That's
moment,
like
I was
wrecking your perfect attendance record.
I was like, "What? Oh, yeah, you're right."
See, I will always take the
That's
aisle seat
embarrassing.
if I could choose.
really?
Me too.
Because I hate, especially on long flights, like you would think I'd want the window seat to sleep.
I would think
But
that.
I would hate to wake anybody up
That's why
having to get out.
Do you have to pee a lot?
I can.
I
hold it
just
in
like
for a flight.
getting up and walking around.
I feel
Whether or
you.
not I'm actually going to the bathroom or not, it's just, I get antsy and
You want
claustrophobic.
to see a picture of the guy who was?
You
who was
took a
next to me?
picture of it?
Oh, I
see
took a
this. I
picture
gotta
after I
see this.
moved.
Oh, what?
And then, actually, in the middle of the flight, he got up and started walking around and like put his hand all over Jack's screen.
We
and Jack
actually
just slowed
have
down.
a photo here. I found it on the internet of Gavin on his flight. Someone tweeted this to us. I'll give him credit in just a second.
There's a comedian who had a whole bit about the etiquette of
Here, what's he get? Oh,
the 3 seats on a plane.
That was
Gotta
Hold
find
That Ghost on Twitter. Tweeted us that photo or that image.
Look at that, I guess.
Let me see that. That dude is chillaxing.
He was just spewing across both.
How many pounds do
Wow.
you think he was?
I don't know.
Or kilograms?
that's rough.
Oh!
It's Big dude.
He's like
Wow.
laid out,
Yeah.
like his head up against the window, and just like
He's already in
He's-
Gavin's seat. You can clearly
yeah.
see he's in Gavin's seat.
Well, he's lying down, so
Yeah. Okay.
he's
Third
enjoying
flight.
himself.
You know, sometimes
Where
when
did you fly? You flying 3 different flights.
it was one of the flights was back from England, and then it was Germany, and then back from Germany.
Gotcha. Okay.
Third flight coming back from Germany to the US. You know, sometimes when you're on an international flight, you're watching the screen, and someone like just puts their hand on your screen.
If they're like walking past you in
No,
the aisle.
just like in the seat in front, they like stretch out.
I
and
hate
they,
that.
like,
I fucking
occasionally,
hate that.
Like sometimes just put it in front of the screen.
I've never had that, but I can imagine it. I
Right.
got a picture in my head.
This guy put both hands behind his head and interlinked his fingers over my screen. I
Wow.
literally couldn't see a single piece of the screen.
What
I
did
was
you
like,
do?
I just waited. I didn't know what to do. I
You
didn't
didn't
want to like be like poke him in the hand and be like, get your hand off my screen, because he's watching his screen. He knows that there's a screen there.
He can also feel
Yeah.
it, right? With
So I
his
was like,
hands?
I let it go for like a minute. I paused it. I was just like, I want to shoot myself in the face. About an hour later, he did it again and started like tapping on it like bongos. And he was like rewinding, changing the movie, like flicked it to the radio. I was like, I'm gonna die.
wow.
Why do I keep getting sat next to pricks? You're on a plane. Don't be a
It's
prick.
because you're so far the other way that you notice whenever someone's a prick.
The etiquette for that, though, is that when that happens, is you just reach out, grab the seat top in front of you, and just shake it.
I thought you were going to say reach out and just grab their hands.
I
very lightly.
was on, I
punch
was
it
on a
back to
flight
sleep.
once, where the seat in front of me was really close, and someone did the same thing. There was no like screen in the seat back, but he did the same thing where he reached back and put his hands there, and he did that, and his knuckles were all just cut and gnarly,
Hey.
and just like him closing his hands like reopened the cuts, and he was like an old dude, like an old man with cut up
Last
knuckles,
time someone
and
told
it's just
him to
like
move his hands.
right in front of my face. It's like all I can see. I'm like, wow, thanks, dude. I'm really glad I'm on this flight right behind
There's
you.
a whole blog dedicated to like poor etiquette on planes. I think the one that always threw me off was the person who's sitting in the window seat and someone had stuck their bare foot up.
Yep.
I see that all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Past the seat and like put it like next to their armrest.
Sometimes
like
I'll put it like just on the back of a chair.
No.
Like, you know where the back of the armrest is here?
Put
like,
your foot down.
Yeah.
but not barefoot. I'll just go like this because I'm so tall that usually my feet don't fit like against the chair like this, especially if someone's leaning back. So I have to put them up somewhere.
People also don't get that, like the under your seat, that's for the person, that's for you. Like under your own seat, that's not for you.
Right.
It's not for you.
But sometimes you get like bare toes, like on the railing, stuck
I-
out. It's like,
I hate when sometimes I'll like bring my feet back and then like accidentally kick the person's feet that are like sticking out, like they put their
Makes
their
you wanna
toes out. I'm
kick
like,
it harder.
I'm like, oops, sorry. That was an accident. I wasn't like trying to do a passive aggressive thing.
There was a woman sitting in front of Erin on our flight back from Australia who reclined her seat all the way back, but she was sitting up in it. So she wasn't even using the recline. She was sitting up,
but she
like
could
using something.
if she wanted to.
Yeah, I was.
That's her space. That's her
She
prerogative
had
to
more
recline.
freedom to lean back and forth as she saw fit.
You go to dollarshaveclub.com, pick one of their 3 great razors, the 2-blade Humble Twin, the 4-blade 4X, the 6-blade Executive, which is the one I use. You get your first box in about a week. Includes a free handle and a sleeve of blade cartridges. It's high-quality stuff. Looks and feels like the expensive ones that I've used before. The Executive has 6 stainless steel blades. Get the hell away from me. A 90-degree pivot head and an aloe strip. Feels better than this. I've never gotten a shave like that before.
Come and do
Why?
today's.
I said I wanted to do it.
I know you did, but
I'm
I
not
just
complaining,
wasn't-
really.
I was just aware that you were.
I can see where you hit your head.
Yeah, you can see your red. You have a red mark.
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
you
Do
forehead
I?
now.
Whereabouts?
It's right there.
See? It's
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that went into my kneecap.
That's like a battle scar.
rug burn on your forehead.
Gene burn.
Do-
I'm really excited for the possible edit that you're going to do on the podcast we did today.
That one might be tough because I might have to edit out fucking Gavin.
No, leave it in.
I think you can leave it in.
Leave it in.
We make
I
fun
think
of
it's
it
fine.
enough that
I'll take the
it's
hit.
clearly not. Okay.
You'll take the hit. Thanks for taking one for the team.
Gavin named one of Burnie's characters in the game we played today.
Yeah, he named he named my character Child Fucker, which was really inappropriate. I thought.
And he-
So now we have a test. If people want to sue us over that, me saying that right there, then we know
It was
we'll-
funny because
over
it's
the what's that. It was like we were up against Hitler and Jack.
Not Patillo, but we called him Patillo for some reason.
Well, it was a big round bulbous thing named Jack. So
And it was
yeah, it's
orange.
like-
yeah.
so we just fell into place.
Do you think Jack gets the most shit of anyone in the office?
Let me think. You
You get a lot of shit.
You do, Gavin. You get a lot of shit.
I
It's
feel
just
like I
different.
can take it though. Like whenever we're mean to Jack, I feel like it's wearing him down slowly. For me,
Yeah.
it just bounces off, or I'm confused and I don't understand it.
That's true. I
Who-
think he
here's a
probably
question.
takes it the hardest.
Who doesn't get enough shit in the office? Like who gets a pass too much?
Gus.
What? I get
I-
shit all the
I
time.
don't know. Do you?
Yeah.
About what?
Being ugly,
Oh.
I was gonna hide behind the mic.
If you could pay $50,000
Are you ruining $1 million spot premise?
to change your face
Okay.
to any other person's face that you've
That's just
seen
called
before.
plastic surgery, by the way. That's
No,
a real
but like
thing.
just take someone's face and put it on yours.
Yeah.
Now, would that work? Because the bones would be weird. Like if you put Brad's Pitt.
No, I think he's saying with $50,000 you can buy the technology. Like,
Yeah.
No, I would absolutely not do that.
You'd keep that?
I love my face.
All right.
Would you
I wouldn't
change?
change my face either. I mean, I'm just like I don't know what my face looks like after a while.
I'd probably get a better nose.
No, I
But
wouldn't
that's
change
part
anything
of-
about your
that's
face.
part of your
That-
look.
That wouldn't be hard.
God, it's so smashed up.
You probably smash it more.
I think
by
you turn
falling
your
on
head,
me.
your nose is facing the camera. You turn your head to the right, and yet somehow your nose still faces.
We're used to being head on with the cameras.
You
So
know-
every time you turn.
So I took a couple of trips recently, not international like Mr. Jet said over there.
Brag about it.
But you know what I've realized in
one's
watching
for
people
work.
on the plane?
Yeah.
People are assholes.
People like watching Kingsman on the plane.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've
Also,
every flight there's like multiple people I can see their screens like
Well, that's a
you're
new
all
movie.
watching Kingsman.
That's a new movie.
Yeah, but it's like it's
Apparently,
weird. Even like there's a lot of new movies, and even when I've flown in the past, when there's other new movies, I've never seen that many
Well,
people
it's like
watching
it's
one
like a
fucking movie.
comedy action type movie, right? That's like the perfect
Apparently-
movie for a plane.
The version Ryan watched on the Berlin flight had that big fight scene, that big continuous long shot fight scene.
yeah, the one in the church.
Cut the whole thing.
No, that's not true. That
just
is why I
cut it
would go
off.
see that movie again just to watch those 2 minutes.
Why'd they cut it? Because it's too
'Cause it's for-
violent?
Like some airlines censor the movies, don't they?
I watched
I
something.
think any
that-
airline where the screen is viewable from, like the new planes, you can only see the screen if you're right in front of it,
Yeah.
Dude,
which makes it really
I-
confusing when the guy next to you, because the angle, his screen looks like it's off.
Yeah.
But whenever something bright happens in the movie, his face lights up, and it's like, where's that coming from? It's coming like right from his screen.
I was waiting for my flight out to LA the other day, and I was waiting in the airport, and there was this fucking British dude on the phone, like screaming, like talking so loud. I was like, motherfucker, like you're in public. Why are you being so loud? I was like, I had to get up and move. I was like, that fucking asshole. I can't believe he's being so loud in the airport. How fucking rude. I go to the gate. I'm like, motherfucker. Get on the plane. He's seated right next to me.
Oh no way!
He's seated right fucking next to me. And he falls asleep on the flight. And as he's asleep with his fucking beer, no, it wasn't beer, it was vodka. He had this vodka drink. The flight attendant comes to wake him up.
This guy sounds
He's watching
awesome.
the Kingsman, by the way. He's one of the people watching Kingsman on his laptop. Flight attendant comes to wake him up, and he dumps his fucking drink on his laptop. I was like,
really?
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool.
What a
I'm
piece
really,
of shit.
really glad I got to see that.
And you're like,
Straight up karma.
fucker.
Yeah.
What'd be the worst muscle to lose?
The dick.
Is that muscle?
Worst
Probably the
muscle to
tongue.
lose. I would hate to like have no neck muscles like that. That'd
You
be
feel like
horrible.
all your neck muscles rolled up?
Yeah,
just
that'd be
like-
pretty bad.
Losing the tongue would suck, too.
Or like your back. Anything in your back.
Yeah.
Just be like flopping around.
Is there any muscle you could afford to lose?
Sure, pinky toe.
The muscle that does this.
Take it.
I don't need that. What
Yeah.
does that do for me?
What if it's attached to something else? Like, what if that's like its tertiary function? And,
Like, you
its
just cut
primary-
this one, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like what if that's the top of your esophagus and you can never swallow again, ever again?
but why do you need to flare your nostrils? Is that for expression, or is it for like
Breathing?
enhanced smell?
Breathing?
Yeah, to open up your nasal passages.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you can
smelling.
just
Can
breathe
you guys
in.
do this? The bunny noise? Nose?
Bunny noise.
Where you move
Do you
your
know
nose
that
down?
bunnies make noise? Like if I say what noise does a rabbit make, do you know what noise they
It makes
make?
like a
What
chittering.
noise?
What's up, Doc? Right?
It goes,
La, la, la.
yeah.
What noise does it make?
Dan's got this rabbit and
Chitters.
What do it?
Chitters.
Do it?
Goes like that, right?
No, Dan's rabbit. It does this.
Wow, it's great.
It goes.
Do you think it's really thirsty? It's trying to go, water, water.
I just never imagined a rabbit.
It's such a deep noise.
I've never
The
heard
cow
a
goes
rabbit make
moo,
that noise.
The rabbit goes.
All right, I'm gonna look. I'm
slow-mo.
gonna look up a play rabbit sounds on YouTube. And
Looney Tunes would be a lot less funny if Bugs Bunny came out from that hole. It was like,
whoa.
whoop.
I've never heard that sound
And Elmer
come out of a
Fudd
bunny.
just blows his head off. Be the shortest series ever.
And it
All right.
shits everywhere, and it like period sprays up.
Here's something though. Why does Dan own a rabbit? He has a
Yeah,
pet
that was
rabbit?
my question.
His mum has the rabbit, but they thought it was a boy, but it keeps spraying red liquid everywhere.
All
And we
right,
assumed it's just
I'm
like
clicking
menstrual
up-
spray.
I'm clicking a link here on YouTube.
Okay.
Without like in any way vetting this. This is just a rabbit making noises.
Why did Bugs Bunny always get lost in Albuquerque? Why did he always make the wrong turn?
And Pismo Beach.
Was it Pismo Beach? He was trying to get to Pismo Beach.
It's
We
gonna
getting
make
to
the
some
noise.
points?
Here it goes.
He took the wrong turn.
I hate YouTube. Just post the noise.
We're in U-log.
This could be a minute 30 of
We're
nothing.
in the U-log.
Is it doing it?
This is the U-log.
Smacking the duvet.
We're all waiting. It's not going to happen.
Sounds like someone laughing.
Do you think it's funny?
Grunting like a pig.
Oh, that's...
No, that's a person.
Worst video ever.
Wow.
Worst video
There was
ever.
no noise.
guy filming it.
Worst video
What was it
ever.
that actually showed her
laughing at
family?
It's a guy punching the rabbit, basically trying to get it to make noises.
Do a different rabbit noise video.
Here's a rabbit.
Yes, let's watch out another one. Let's watch another one. Let's do
This
that.
one's only-
That's
gonna be a
fucking
payoff.
great.
This is only 42 seconds. This one's got to be
Only.
good. Here we go.
As long as it's shorter than a year, it'll be shorter than that last one.
Good one, guys. Wow.
This is the worst podcast ever. It's the worst podcast
Wait, did
ever.
it not make the noise?
It's the worst.
That was
awful.
it?
That's it. That's the whole thing. That's
was
the whole
it?
thing. That was
Find
it.
Right. Three and out, right? You got to find a third.
I'm going to throw up.
Fucking idiots owning rabbits, for God's sake.
Oh, my God.
All right, let us know if your rabbit goes or if it goes or
Or if it
Or
goes,
squeaks.
or if it goes, move.
Oh, God.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us.
It's so funny. And all those videos have like 100,000 views. It's like people struggle so much to make content that people want to watch. And here's somebody puts a dumb fucking rabbit honking or whatever it's doing.
Tell Dan he could film his video making the what sound 100,000 views.
Yeah.
that's Bunce right there.
Yeah. Dan's rabbit. Could be famous. Be like retired Joe the Cat.
Rabbits are so stupid. They shit everywhere too.
Joe the Cat's way better in retirement, by the way, than he was when he
You
was
found one,
working.
Barbara?
It's making like a...
You were just bitching about Joe the Cat the other day. So another thing really bothered me on my trip at the airport the other day. I went to use the men's room at LAX. I go in, I walk up to the urinal, start pissing, and I look in the urinal, and it's filled with chewing gum.
Ugh.
Like people who spit their gum into the urinal. And it's not like
There's like a filter
there's
there.
a filter, there's
Yeah.
a guard. You see it, and you know when you spit your gum,
It's not going
someone's going to
anywhere.
have to reach in there and pull it out. There's a trash can 4 feet behind you. Why the fuck would you spit your gum in
Well,
the
I've
urinal?
noticed
It's also, it's like, how do you make picking up someone else's chewing gum grosser? And that's how you do it.
Like letting 70 people
It's
piss
like,
on it.
cool. I guess at least no one's going to step on it, but you're going to have like 100 people piss on it. It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Gavin, I have an unlimited budget. What does it take for you to chew that gum? Like,
Oh, God. I don't think Gavin would
How much
ever do
money?
that.
You're gonna give me like $10 million, please.
You
Let's do a
10 million?
crowdfund. Let's do a crowdfund. Let's do a Kickstarter.
How long does he have to
10
do?
million dollars.
You're eating 70 people's pissed on chewed gum in the urinal. $10 million bucks.
All of the gum that's in the urinal.
No, just
That made it worse.
you can pick whichever one you want.
No, no, no.
Say
all
you
of
like what if you like spearmint more than bubble
like
gum?
6 of them.
It's like not only is
it's
chewing,
$10 million.
Not only is chewing someone else's gum bad, but chewing someone else's gum plus everyone's piss that's on it too.
No.
Also, not only the piss. For some reason, people gob in urinals all the
Okay,
time.
okay.
Like
Wow.
everyone who ever comes up, to,
How did you make it grosser?
anyone who ever comes up to the one behind, like next to me, it's always like they unzip and then
Bernie's dying.
they just gob, they loogie
So happy you guys are next to each other. right
onto the piss trap.
Oh, I lost my ability to swallow for a second. Oh.
What makes someone spit in a urinal? Do you spit in the toilet before you take a dump?
All
Some
the
people
time.
spit.
Some people
Do
have
you
to
really?
spit.